Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and I am very pumped right now because Mourn's EP, The Next Life, has come out today, and it has been incredible, the two singles that I've heard. There are 4 songs on the EP, so there are 2 songs I have not heard. I have no idea how I'm going to do this video. All I know is that the 2 songs that have come out, Pray for Violence and Hell to Pay, have been excellent. This should be competing for EP of the Year for me. I think right now Left to Suffer is my favorite EP, but these singles have just been very, very incredible. Just my style. Hell to Pay has been my favorite, but there are 2 songs that I have not heard yet. Again, I don't know the format of the video that I'm going to do. All I know is that I really think that this EP is going to be something special, so I wanted to do a reaction for both of the new songs. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get straight into it. This is Gloom featuring Scott Kennedy. Ooh, that pain left.
Life of
Focus. Tournament. This is the title track. Drum. Focus too. Perfect, EP. Mourn, The Next Life. Let's discuss. This EP is excellent. It will immediately go on repeat for me. All of the songs, I love the order that the songs went in. I'm going to kind of do a review of the whole EP, I think, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I liked about the 2 new songs that you just saw me react to. Overall, this EP will definitely be competing with Left to Suffer for me right now with the #1 EP spot. It's going to be hard. I'll have to do a lot more listening because I've been jamming the hell out of that Left to Suffer EP, but also Hell to Pay and Pray for Violence have been my most listened to probably since each of them came out. They immediately went on repeat and did not come off. So we'll see. I think Gloom and The Next Life, the title track of the EP, are both up there on that same level as Pray for Violence. Hell to Pay remains my favorite. That's like gonna be one of my favorite songs of the year, though. I'd say there's like a consistent level of excellence with the other songs, and then Hell to Pay is just gonna be one of those songs that competes for favorite song of the year, probably. It's been the most on repeat out of all of the tracks recently, so we'll see about that. But anyway, with Gloom and The Next Life, I think everything that I really loved about the first 2 tracks are brought in there, along with a bit more of like how at the end of the title track you hear, I don't know what it is, but in that right before the outro, just instrumentally very big, everything brought together. And I talk about when albums or EPs or songs come to that point where everything comes together, and it kind of felt like that point of the EP where it just like ties everything up really nicely. The instrumentals just come in really big. The choruses on this album, I've talked a bit about choruses with unclean vocals and how it's harder for me when it's an unclean chorus to hear it and go, oh, that's gonna stick with me. But with these tracks, I really feel like that's the case. They've just got these, you go from the blast beats and these chaotic parts to these parts that just open up instrumentally, give you like these melodic feels to them. That's one of my favorite parts of the Hell to Pay track, is where it opens up and then it like kind of builds you back up, and then the end of the track is just super bouncy, and you kind of balance between those 2 sounds throughout the entire EP. I think that the last 2 songs on the album kind of bring it together and bring out some of the melodic parts, like what I'm talking about that you hear in Hell to Pay, in a way that closes the EP up well, if that makes sense. Like how on albums and stuff you usually get like the most emotional track or something, if there is one, at the end of the album, that sort of thing. But with this, the whole thing is very emotional. I'd love to get my hands on the lyrics for this because there were certain parts that were sticking out to me. I really enjoyed the feature in Gloom. The repetition across multiple tracks, really. There was a lot of repetition that's kind of emphasized by the instrumentals, whether it be drumming, whatever the case may be. But I really like that, especially with the newer songs. You hear that as well. This is just perfect for me. I think Hell to Pay definitely being a 10 out of 10 track. This EP will be a similar score as well. I'm gonna have to do more. That outro in Gloom, I thought that was really interesting because they could have, if the tracks had been switched around, it would have been the outro of, the EP, but instead they went out on kind of like a more energetic note. But the outro from Gloom, before the title track starts, the piano and the lightness, that's sort of the opposite feel of the rest of the album for the most part, other than some of those parts that I'm talking about where it opens up more melodically, but definitely nothing that's that like light or anything, because it's just the piano. But anyway, title track, excellent. This is all going to be going on repeat for me. I can't wait to see what else Mourn will do. This was sort of a quick release. Like, we got Hell to Pay. I had heard about the band forming at that point, and we were waiting, a few friends of mine, because there's a member in this band that was in Casey, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. So we knew about this before it came out, and then when Hell to Pay dropped, it was like, okay, the EP's coming, and now we have the EP. It was all within like a month and a half or something like that. I'm not totally sure about that, but rather quickly. So I'm stoked to see what they'll do next, but for now, this will do for me. I'll be listening to it on repeat. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and what your favorite song off of the EP was, what your thoughts were, that sort of thing. I will link any sort of merch, social media for Mourn, all of that in the description of this video, so you can check them out as well. Definitely highly recommend this EP. Obviously, you probably have noticed that or watched me react to it at this point, but I will definitely be hyping it up as much as I can, because I think it deserves that. So other than that, you can find my link tree in the description, which will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about all of the time, full of a bunch of amazing people, very caring people, kind, that have changed my last year and a half tremendously. We talk about a lot of music-related stuff, but also a lot of stuff unrelated to music as well. It's a bit of a busy community. So if you're interested in that, that will be there along with my Instagram profile link. On Instagram, I post all music-related stuff, whether it be merch, sweatshirts, t-shirts, flags, vinyl, merch, that sort of thing, or chart every week of what I listen to the most over the course of the week. I post that every Friday, that sort of stuff, sometimes on my story about new videos. So if that interests you, my handle on there is Rachel Reacts. I will put it up here on the screen for you, as well as having it in that link tree in the description if you have any interest in following me. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.